got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working. She keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving. Ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to him on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll set up a throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, he's going to take a shot. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. And in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Well, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 53 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Hill running right through it. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Trying
to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. They'll drop the throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They'll look to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty.
Lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
No, check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
No, check, Patriot!
Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Gun! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Rodriguez. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Puts this one through. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Left side, and he's got a man. That's Parsons. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there from 21 yards away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
Zero.
His throw caught at about the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He was looking that time for Stills.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Leopard! Over! All right, now, Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Patriot! Now let's go! 3-19!
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions.
Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bubbling. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out a jaw jack.